everyone. How are you doing tonight or today, depending on when you are seeing this? This is, of course, Roger with Groovis Games Unlimited, creator of Dungeon Crusade, and welcome to this very excellent and awesome update that all of us have been waiting for. There is a lot of important stuff to talk about, so please stick with me. I'll try to be quick. And I scripted some stuff out because there was a lot to cover with you. So very important stuff, exciting stuff. So stick with me. I hope you guys have been doing great. I hope you had a great Halloween, if that's, if you celebrate Halloween, and just enjoying any games that you may be playing. So welcome. It's very nice to be back with you. It feels like I haven't been with you for like 4 weeks. And, I love chatting with you and telling you everything I can about the game. So it's nice for all of us to be back together again. New subscribers, welcome. Thank you for spending your time here. We appreciate your interest and excitement for the game. If you're checking out everything, if you're new to it, we hope you enjoyed definitely the Spotlight series, which we will be picking up now that everything will be calming down with the news I'm about to tell you. So new subscribers, we welcome you. And again, like I was saying, I'm so sorry for the delay, everyone. Last week, we made so much progress, but it was so darn busy. It was us, it was the awesome support team at Pledge Manager, it was the manufacturer, and our shipping manager at the fulfillment service. All of us were working together to line up shipping because I'm happy to report our production manager at the manufacturer said all of the games are now assembled. And they are, I believe over the weekend, they worked Saturday, they're putting everything together to deliver to the fulfillment service, who is in the same city as them. So what's great is, from what I understand, it's not very far at all. I mean, I think this is going to take a couple hours for them to take all the games over and deliver them to the fulfillment service. So that's just like a win-win and win scenario that, the games are going to be there that quickly. But we're going to get into that. I don't want to get too far ahead. But that's what it's been busy with. But we'll get into why it was so busy. But please stick with me because there's something very important about the Pledge Manager, especially if you ordered a copy of this game. And we're going to shoot over to the Dungeon Crusade page and discuss that. So we're in for an awesome and excellent update. Let me show you what our production manager sent over. Now, this is kind of old new news for you, but there is a wall of Dungeon Crusade games. So she sent this over a while ago, and they have been making incredible progress on this. So we'll see this in what we're going to talk about, but I just wanted to show you now. There's another picture of more Dungeon Crusade games. So as I said, the latest update I have from her, the games are all assembled. The Knight of the Realm, the Crusade of the Realm, the Master of the Realm, and she will be sending me photos and a video of, I guess, everything in the bay, or where everything's about to ship out. So we will see all these games and the add-ons ready to roll out to the fulfillment service next week. I know. I'm very happy to be saying that, and I'm sure if you are anticipating this game, you are very happy to hear that also. So, and lastly, this was kind of cool. On Wingo Games' website, they have a nice showcase section of all the games they've done, and another section has all the publishers. So they did a photo shoot for Dungeon Crusade, which was just so nice of them. So their person that works on their website will be updating it with, this, of course, this won't be here, but this is like the, when they were doing it. But it'll have a nice picture of the game. So I guess you could say it's officially published, which is very exciting. So I'll let you guys know when that goes live. But I think she said next week. So if you ever want to look at Wingo Games' website, go to Showcase, and next week, more than likely, you'll see Dungeon Crusade. It's very awesome. So we thank Wingo Games for doing this for us. They were a true pleasure, to be partnered with. Okay, with that out of the way, we are going to shoot over to the Dungeon Crusade Facebook page so we can talk about these two awesome updates that we just dispatched. So this is the important part. Hopefully you're still with me because we have to discuss this. And especially if you are, someone getting this game, this is very important and that's why I wanted to try to get here as soon as I could to let you know this. So let's see where we left off with you. So yeah, so there's the Cavern of Lost Souls, of course. That kind of lines up with that. We just talked about this here. We posted this. Everyone's quite excited to see how the games stacked up. So we talked about that. So we're at the point now, the games are all assembled and they're ready to roll out. So we're going to kind of jump up here for your beautiful Crypt Fiend, level 4 champion monster. And I'm just going to read off the page so you kind of, this is the very up-to-date information. Well, this has already happened. A few days ago, we were talking to the very awesome manager at Pledge Manager in the support team. What they had to do is they had to lock the Pledge Manager down, fully lock it down. Because if you remember, I worked with the manufacturer and the fulfillment service on the various SKUs. And in case SKU SKUs. And in case you don't know what SKUs are, those are like the model numbers, I guess you could say, or serial numbers for each edition of the game. So you might have DC 1125A for the Knight of the Realm, and then DC 1225B for the Crusade of the Realm, so on and so forth. So we finished that up. So that's in the fulfillment service in their system. So we had to work with Pledge Manager to make sure those SKUs lined up across the board. And the manager was just incredibly awesome. So he shut it down. Don't worry, it's back open. And he updated all the SKUs. And what's nice is that the fulfillment services, like way they do things for their system, is already implemented on Pledge Manager. So it makes it very easy. He said, for the backer report, we're going to pass that off to the fulfillment center. Goes right into their system. Everyone is accounted for. And also in tracking will be available. I did ask our shipping manager that. So we got that accomplished. But for how they work, everything had to be shut down for a night. It's open now. We had people emailing us when they didn't know when I was making this update. But don't worry, it's open now. Why this is important, why I stress this, make sure that your address is up to date and accurate. If you're getting this game, it's very important that you go in, just check over your address, make sure everything is right. Definitely your email, and because that's how you're going to get your tracking information from the fulfillment service when they get to work on that. So, as I stress here, update your address, log in, because we discussed it with Pledge Manager. It's probably going to be closing now. I would probably say Tuesday morning to be on the safe side. So you have, Sunday and Monday to get in there. Make sure that that's all accurate. Okay. In a rare case, if, we can maybe intercept, once all the games are at the fulfillment service, they're going to have the backer report. So if you get a hold of me you can just get a hold of me at the email or right through the Dungeon Crusade Facebook page. That's probably one of the best ways because I'm constantly logged into Facebook, for better or for worse, but I love hanging out in there. But we can maybe intercept, over at the fulfillment service to update your address. But I'm going to tell you now, and what she told me, our shipping manager, they are going to be very quick on the pick and pack and get this game out. So there won't be much time. So really, Pledge Manager, just log in, check your address. Yes, I'm hammering that home because I care about you guys and I want you to have this game. So, and again, just what we discussed here, games arriving at the fulfillment service next week. So they will have those. And we're going to I have a map, actually. I pulled a map down and we're going to discuss that, one of the last things. So let's scroll up here to the other update. Okay, we're going to scroll up to this. And this was kind of just, this was just a day difference. And we put it back up that, the Pledge Manager is now fully online there. Sorry, we got to talk Dungeon Crusade, right? When you see a level 3 champion monster Archfiend with those eyes, we got to discuss that. Freddie Lopez, I got to we were actually talking tonight on Facebook, and he's the one who painted that. I gave him just some rough ideas when, for the special ability that I created for the elite version. Notice it's kind of like conjuring something in each of its claw-like hands, and it's pretty deadly. But everyone makes mention to those eyes and that face. That's really creepy. So Freddy, kudos to you, love you. Like your monster and hero designs are just incredible. Sorry, we had to talk about the Crypt Fiend, right? Or the Crypt Fiend, Crypt Fiend, Arch Fiend. So this was just letting you know that it was back open. And again, last chance to update your address. I'm not going to hammer it home anymore. Games are arriving to fulfillment service. It's shipping out. And we're going to discuss this because we're going to shoot back over here to the map that I pulled up for you. And I marked some stuff so you know. So yeah, as we leave here, check your address. So we're going to go consulting my notes. We're going to go back over here to this. We're going to go to this and the map. So the big question, right? Since this thing is shipping out, when will Dungeon Crusade show up? Now, please listen to me. This is the most up-to-date information that I have. This is straight from our shipping manager, and she's been doing this a while, and they are aces at doing this, okay? So if you listen to anything besides listening to update your address, please listen to this. This is what she's saying right now. When will Dungeon Crusade show up? Around Christmas, she is saying, for everyone kind of over on this side of the world. So, people over in Hong Kong, I remember seeing there were some people there. Definitely Australia. We had some awesome backers there. I have a few friends there that I chat with on a regular basis. Definitely you people in the UK, England, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, Finland. Andrew, you're in New Zealand, right? Yes, I think you are. So yeah, you're going to be seeing this game. So France, Board Gamer 69, I know you're listening. You're going to see that game. We have some awesome backers in Spain. So everyone in this kind of side of the world, if you will, you're going to see this game around Christmas, maybe a little bit before, maybe a few days after. But this is what she is thinking because they are quick at getting these games out. So for right now, this is the most up-to-date information I have. I want to stress that again because I know someone's going to type, when's the game's going to arrive? It's right here. I love you guys, but I just want to point that out. So, and before we shoot over to the during January, we will have much more updated information once the games hit the fulfillment center. They look at everything, but she was very confident in what she said. So I'm going to say it's 95% accurate. That's when you're going to see Dungeon Crusade show up on this side of the world. Us over here in the United States, Canada, we are going to see it during January. And we tried to get it there before Christmas. I love Christmas. I wanted you guys to have this so bad for Christmas. And, it's going to be January, she said. So, we honestly did our best. I want you to have this. So, again, people over here, Merry Christmas. You're going to probably have this a little before, a little after. Anything changes, I will let you know. You may even have it sooner. Us over here, we're going to be looking at January. Okay? And as we finish this up, okay, so for next week. So for next week, it is going to be very busy. As I said, the games are wrapping up and they are going to be getting those over to the fulfillment center. So you'll be getting some updates from me. Anything that happens, I'll even put an update out, a video update, and of course everywhere else, letting you know the games are safe and secure. They're at the fulfillment center. I'm sure you guys would love to know that. From what I understand, that they are going to start to pick and pack immediately. They don't mess around with this stuff. They just get it in, they get it out, and they get it to the customers. So it's very awesome of them. So next week there will be a lot happening. finally, we have to talk about that. We're going to finish up the series, the dungeon reveals. And this is a very old poster, kind of like from the Crusade closet, if you will. This is Dare You Enter the Tomb of Kaladar. So we're going to finish up this series. I'm going to try to get this video done tomorrow night for you, or Monday. I want to get it done tomorrow, though, because I'd really like to just have that series done. So we're going to take a look at the Tomb of Kaladar. And this one is pretty old. But I thought it was kind of cool to show you. We have an ancient horror there, a level 4 champion monster, and a skeleton warrior, level 2 champion monster. There's kind of like a big shot of the Tomb of Kaladar. And what makes this dungeon different is it's the ultimate death trap dungeon. When I designed this, I wanted to have a really crazy dungeon. And there's 6 what I call environmental hazards. There's the oscillating pendulums, and there's the Chamber of Blades, and the Blackrock Viper Pit, and there's a few more. I'll keep it a secret, but this is a really fun but deadly board. I would not recommend to play this board until you've played the other one. Start with the Ancient Runes, most certainly. So I just want to point this out and let you know that this will be a really nice grand finale in our series. And I took some pictures for it. Well, these are pictures from the update, but we can take a look at a few shots of the Tomb of Kaladar. This is the Labyrinth of Solitude. And what's kind of crazy is when I came up with this is the only chamber in the game that has 2 doors that you can go in, and something is inside that chamber each time you set it up. I'm not going to say what. You may be able to guess, but there's something you're always going to put in there. So this is kind of unique to this board that there's dual entries. But if you notice, there's 2 treasure chests here, but there's 2 traps you're going to have to contend with. So there's something to think about. And the amazing Damien Maimolity, I gave him my blueprint for this dungeon, and Damien just, if you want to talk about ultra detail, look at that crazy detail. Damien was an artist, I've said this before, on the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, the RPG of the year in 2015. This guy's just insane with what he does. I said, make it ultra detailed, and I think he went completely overboard. So this is the Skeleton Vault. I thought you'd like to see some of that. And I have no idea how he got this detailed, guys. I mean, it's all unique. There was nothing that looked like he just used over again. It's just incredible. So I hope you're enjoying seeing a few shots of this when we wrap it up. There is the Sanctuary of Souls. Notice this chamber, actually, you can go through this. It's got, the walls have been smashed in, so you can actually move through that. There's a beautiful wraith for you. Special ability on elites are Shadow Step. If it activates, it can take an extra turn. There's one right there. There's one of the environmental hazards, Blackrock Viper Pit. So notice these like red glowing things. When a hero lands on that, you have to do a certain attribute test. And if you fail it, like on this one, I think it was agility, you have to balance going across this beam. And if you fall in, you're going to take damage from the Blackrock Vipers. And I will leave it at that. Here is the Seance Chamber. This is just another insanely detailed thing. We have a Shadow Servant there. Blackwood Prowler wearing its Blood Moon Amulet. If that activates on its turn, elite versions, all of its warfare values get bumped up by +3. So they can be kind of nasty to fight if the Blood Moon Amulet activates. Chamber of Blades. So notice here, like these blades. My recorder cut me off. Sorry. So as I was saying, but you notice the blades here, and again, when a hero steps on one of these red glowing areas, you have to stop and test an attribute, and I believe this one is evade. So you have to be careful because these blades are kind of like moving in and out of the wall. I thought, when I envisioned that, and they're spinning, so you have to test evade to get past them. So that's another one of those environmental hazards. Again, the ultimate death trap dungeon, and there's plenty more. We'll move over here. So we have the laboratory. This is of course Alistair Kaladar's this is where he resided. I wrote a whole story that you'll read about in Dungeon Crusade, how he was exiled from the village of Mistvale. And I'll leave it at that. No more spoilers. So, and here's Maheliak coming up against two skeletal grunts. And Sir Brennus looks like trying to get away from Banevik, one of the guardians here. Desecrated Memorial East here. Skeletal grunt in the back there. Finally, there's more, but I didn't want to keep some of it a surprise for you. This is, again, there's a Shadow Dweller and a Skeletal Grunt, and this area is still the desecrated. This is Memorial East, and there's a west part. And so in the back there's the prison chambers in the back. And there you go. There's like kind of a quick look at the Tomb of Calidar, and I will try to finish that up tomorrow for you. I really want to kind of get that done. Well, everyone, I hope that you enjoyed this update. As you can see, a lot has happened. We are really finished, and it just feels so good, and everyone's elated and excited and really relieved. So thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for all your time viewing this. I try to keep the updates to a minimum, but I love spending time with you, and I know you're excited for the game, and I always like to show you what's coming up. So I'm looking at my little notes here. No, we got everything. All right, guys. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Good Sunday tomorrow, and please remember, check your address in the Pledge Manager. Make sure that's all accurate for you. And stay tuned. Next week there's going to be a lot happening, and I'll be reporting for you, and you'll know what's going on every step of the way. All right, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Happy gaming, and I'm going to be talking to you very soon. Bye-bye.